Let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead? But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castorus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death isn't necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Let a world without journeys and epics be worse off.
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castorus?
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Itonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened. And I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers, unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
You refuse the toast, yet you still want the wine? honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
The threads of destiny aren't chosen. Again, the ill tidings manifest.
I weep for the departed.
Dust springs, the two shall fall. Another journey begins. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul.
You're anxious.
Let the enemy strike first.
Don't be afraid.
My surprise.
Please, allow me to purge the root of this problem. Both body and mind must be pure.
Better to make no move than wait for your move. Needs a little more heat.
I weep for the departed.
Dust rings, the two shall fall.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. What would you like to know this time? The seal of ill fate descends.
You're the stubborn one.
Retribution will find you.
Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
Memories are ever-changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss! Did you come here of your own volition? Where are you going?
How about we dissipate that foul stench? Quick time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
Here, all yours.
Let the enemy strike first, then take them by surprise. Let's add more seasoning. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
I weep for the departed.
Justice reigns. The two shall fall.
Please, don't turn back to Netherrealm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long as...
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets. That's not funny!
It's a deal then. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Polyxia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polyxia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring in endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half, and we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own, not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close.
長い時間が過ぎた。私はずっと一人でここから眺めてたの。寂しい荒れ地に拒まれさまよう亡霊の姿を。その中にお姉ちゃんを見つけることを期待しながらも、心の片隅で会うことを恐れてた。だってどんな顔をしたらいいかわからなかったから。何よりも最も近しい家族が私のことを忘れてるのを見るのが怖くて。わかります。ですがボリュシア、私はこうしてここに戻りました。死の権能を一人で背負う必要はもうありません。本来それは両の手で抱えるものなのですから。彼女に私たちの火種を持たせ、人間界に戻ってもらいましょう。人々に生と死、そして輪廻を返すために、私たちタナトスの責務は最初から命を選別することではなく、それを見守ることですから。あまたの魂が帰するこの温かな花の海を一緒にお世話していきましょう。ね、ボリュシア。最後まであと一歩だね。汝は凋落し、亡き者は死した炎がよみがえるがごとく、その残骸より芽吹くだろう。神託が示すように、タナトスの真剣を握れるのは一人だけ。死の黄金栄として、その半身として、タイタンとして、私たちの運命の瞬間は再び訪れる。 昔のように。そう、昔のようにね。でもあの試練の時とは違って私たちは準備ができてる。もう心を決めたのですね。うん、これが運命だもん。けどお姉ちゃんがいてくれるから私は怖くないよ。今世の試練を終えて私に死の抱擁を、そして生の炎を灯して。お姉ちゃんなら生と死の試練の後にきっとこの荒れ地に生気をもたらせるはずだよ。まるで冥界に赴く蝶々が死の枝に止まるように。ええ、約束します。試練を終えた後、私は冥界の永遠の住人となりステュクスを元に戻します。それを空から降り注ぐ雨にして魂の種を再びメイドにまきましょう。生と死は再び流転する。あなたが育てたこの花の海はこれから無数の悲しみや喜びの魂を乗せ、いつまでも麗しく咲き続けるでしょう。ありがとう。最後にもう一つお願いしてもいいかな。もちろんです。何でしょう。私のこと忘れないで。ええ、決して忘れません。いつか輪廻を迎え来世で再会した時、私はきっと生まれた時のように、たとえお互いの名前を知らなくともあなたを強く抱きしめます。キャストリス、キャストリス、お姉ちゃんみたいに美しい名前だね。私は死に安息を届けます。これからは停滞していた命が再び流れ始めるでしょう。
時が経つのは早い。15回目の門の時はもう目の前か。この茶番が終わればそなたの魂は生と死の天秤にかけられる。準備は良いな。
もちろんです。そう何度も確認する必要はありません。
ならなぜ前へ進まない。人混みを苦手とするところがまた出たか。
ただうるさく思っただけですよ。愚かでうぬぼれやなバカどもを見るのは時間の無駄ですから。
辛辣だな。そなたの尊大さも決して負けていないと思うが。
そこについては全くの同意です。
ほう、意外だな。反論しないのか。
自分がどういう人間かわからないわけがないでしょ。少なくともあなたという居候よりは知っているつもりです。
死に際の言葉にしてはいささか毒が過ぎるのではないか。いや、 からこそ我はそなたを選んだのかもしれないな。
お褒めいただき光栄です。
さて、試練の時となった。我の質問をどう証明するつもりだ？
もうここまで来たのですね。前回はどこまで話しましたか？
オンパロスの歴史はある種の輪廻のように繰り返されているだったな。
ええ、間違いありません。世界が終わりを迎えると、火種を背負う半身は新たなタイタンとなる。新山で見たことを覚えていますか？カリプソ、ゴーナウス、あの英雄たちは運命の果てにたどり着き、そして次々と去って死の候補者の双子だけが残りました。残念ながら、たとえ彼らの旅路が私たちのものと似ていて、あなたやカリプソをニカドリー、ゴーナウスが証明してくれたとしても、それは輪廻の推論にしかなりません。ここまで来るのに苦労を重ねてきましたが、証明することはほぼ諦めていました。何せもう過去のことですし、私たちがかつての英雄を継いだ存在であることを証明するなど、夢のまた夢ですから。しかし我々はボリュシアという名の少女とその姉キャストリスのことを知った。もし彼女が本当にタイタンの指針によって過去から送られてきた生命なら、スティコシアを交点に2つの世界を経験した彼女はきっと全てをつなぐ絆となるでしょう。もし死の双子が2つの世界を超えスティクスで再会を果たせたなら、私の推測は机上の空論ではなくなり、あなたの質問の答えも出るでしょう。
それは良いことだ。しかしなぜそう断言できる？もしその推測が間違ったものなら、あの女子は落胆して帰ってくることになるではないか。
それがどうしたと？学者にとって最も大切な品格は型破りな行動です。小心者には第一歩を踏み出す勇気すらなく、何も変えることなどできません。ましてや私、アナクサゴラスは常識に反するこの世界を覆す運命にあるのですから。さあ、あの哀れな子たちに最後の授業をしてあげましょう。